Hello, my gorgeous light beings, my healers, my star seeds, my light workers. Welcome or welcome back to my channel, the Pleiadian Priestess. I have a juicy reading for you guys today, so stick around and let me tell you what the reading is going to be about. So if you're still here, hello, hi, welcome. Today we're going to be getting into what does your social media say about you, how do you come off online, your aesthetic, all that stuff. We're going to try to not categorize you, but we're going to see based on what comes off in the reading, how do they view you, you know? Are you the preppy girl, the popular girl, the hot chick, the badass, you know? We'll see what comes through. That's essentially what today's reading is going to be about. What else am I going to say? We have 3 groups in front of you. We have group 1, group 2, and we have group 3. Group 1 is the purple die, and also this card if you are an energy reader. Group 2 is the blue die, as well as this card if you're an energy reader. And group 3 is the green die, with this card if you are attracted to energy. So you can either take the so you can either take the insignia that is on the dice right now. I just placed them down. I didn't really do it intentionally, but this one is the first house, this one is the sun, and this one is Pisces. So if you want to choose based on that instead of the color of the die, the die itself or the card, you have 3 ways to choose your readings today. So you're gonna choose however you want to. 1, 2, 3, and of course I'll be seeing you at your reading. Hello, my gorgeous group 1s. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose the purple die, if you chose house 1, or you chose the energy of the card, welcome to your reading. I borrowed the other dice from the other readings to roll for you. Scroll? That's funny. This is a reading about social media. We're talking about scrolling already. Maybe you come off as someone who just scrolls, you know, those people who are like ghost people. They don't really post on their page, or they don't really interact on social media. You're always there scrolling. So you could be the person who's always there but not there, you know, the lurker essentially is what you could be coming through as. But I meant to say roll, so we're going to say roll. I'm going to roll the dice and see what energy comes from the dice before we pull over the card. Okay, so we have Venus, Venusian energy. Don't burn me, candle. We have 5th house, which is very fun and very playful with Venus. It's beautiful energy. Excuse me. It just scrolled over to Uranus, so that could be important. And but here we have Capricorn. Okay. So also what I'm hearing is that people have fun on your account. However you come up on social media, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, whether it's TikTok, people have a good time when they're on your account. And that scroll could mean they're always scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and never wanting to leave. So they kind of get caught up in the wormhole of social media, going down the rabbit hole. You know what I mean? How we get sometimes on TikTok where we just keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, but instead of different videos on TikTok, it'll be one page, you know? So whatever content you may have, which could be beauty and about fun, adventures, people never want to stop scrolling. I just heard like photography, so vlogs as well. You go on adventures and people feel like they're with you on whatever you take them on, you know, which is why they can't help but continuously scroll, because they get a bunch of, you know, endorphins and like dopamine hits whenever they're on your page, which is why we have 5th house energy here, which is all about fun, playful, exuberant energy. It's also Leo energy, so you do come off as someone who's like confident as well in whatever you post. You post very confidently. I'm also hearing you could be very good at editing with that Capricorn coming through. I meant to say that for 5th house, but I heard to say Capricorn. They're very efficient, very diligent, very hardworking. So people can also tell you put a lot of hard work into your account, because it's not just you're just sitting in front of a camera. Not that there's anything wrong with that. You're not just sitting in front of a camera filming and then uploading. No, there's people who have, I just can't help but think of this one artist or this one creator on social media. I forget his name, but maybe some of you may know him. He's like I think he's Korean, and his tagline's like, you want some? And like he makes food, okay, and he starts it from scratch. We see him cutting up the vegetables, the ingredients, and then putting it in there. And there's always a song that goes with the video. And when the beat drops, when it gets quiet, he's just like, it's just so perfectly made. It's a masterpiece, essentially. So I do feel like whatever you make, you put time and energy into it, and it's so beautiful. It's so pleasing to the eye, pleasing to the ear, you know what I mean? How those food videos make us hungry, how they make us want to get up and create our own stuff. It's just like mind blown. It's definitely what I'm getting from you guys. But it's like this Capricorn energy coming through is that it's not just I'm posting and da-da-da-da. No, there's either a reason behind it, there's a purpose behind it, or you put a lot of energy into creating what you want to create, okay? So that's what the dice is giving me already. You could also do like beauty, you know, so makeup stuff, get ready with me's, clothing things, that's very Venusian as well. But fifth house, like you make it fun and flirty, kind of. It could be, you could do things with dating and romance as well, because that's fifth house energy. You could do dating things, so telling people how to date better, or taking people with you on your dates, or doing get ready with me to go on dates, you know what I mean? As I'm saying these things, and these are things you don't already do, maybe you should think about doing it if you were to want to be famous or popular on social media. Think about doing things in the arts, essentially, with it, which is like makeup, maybe nails, like I said, traveling, editing. If you aren't the person who wants to be in front of the camera, you can edit other people's videos because you have the, you know what I mean, the smarts, you have the know-how, the well-to-do-ness about you to know how to do these things and make it fun. Because when people add that extra editing into it, it makes people riveted to their seat, and we're so lost in what's going on, we forget to scroll. So people forget to scroll when they're on your page. They're just like, oh, they're mesmerized. Okay, so we're gonna get into the card now. We have the heart. Oh, see, you put heart into your work. This is beautiful. You put heart into your work, and this is also emphasizing on the fact that you could, with fifth house, which is dating and romance, and Venus here, this could be something about a serious long-term relationship. So you could post content about relationships, about you and your husband, you and your wife, your relationship if you're not married, your fiance, whatever. You post relationship videos, or you could post, there is this girl who, I think so far she's only posted like 3 or 2 videos where she's like, she dresses up as a different aesthetic on her dating app and deletes everything, or makes different dating apps based on like cottagecore or mob wife, or, you know, something of the sort, and post it and see how well it does on dating sites, you know. So things like that, you come up with creative ways to get people maybe excited about love, and that could literally mean posting about love and you having a fresh love that's just so pure. People can feel it through the screen that you guys got heart, okay? You're the real deal. You're not one of those people who just come together and fake a relationship. You know, it's real love here. So yeah, people feel the heart behind your page. They feel the blood, sweat, and tears you may put in the your page or your social media. But literally some of you, stop it. Literally some of you could just make content about relationships, you know, or love, or like I said, get ready with me's and stuff like that. So I do want to get some more cards from here. But heart, and how these two people are in their own little cocoon. Like, even though you're sharing your relationship with the world, people can still feel the intimacy between you two when the camera's on you. And I think I used this reference or example in the other reading that I did before, which was what will your legacy be? You know, what will you be remembered for, kind of thing. And I mentioned Nara Smith in one of the piles, and that her and Lucky, even though they have a camera on them, he still manages to make it, you know, intimate, you know, by telling her different things, or, you know, touching her in a certain way that makes her blush or nervous, and makes us blush and nervous, kind of thing, you know, like, I want to love like this, because you can feel that it's true. They're not putting on for the camera in any kind of way. So you could be the Nara Smiths and the Lucky Smiths. Or another example I'm getting is Demi and Tom. They're on TikTok, Instagram, and all that. You can feel the just wholesomeness of their relationship. They're also a very beautiful couple. So is Nara and Lucky. So maybe you guys are beautiful, because we have Venus coming through here. And that's what people love about your channel, or your social media, because you guys just show what real pure love is. It's nothing superficial about your channel or about your energy. You're all heart, like I said. You're all the feels. And I'm also getting Yolanda Diaz on TikTok as well, and her husband. They're just so, like, nice. They're nice people. You can feel that they're genuine nice people. So people can feel your heart through your social media, which is just gorgeous. So good for you. What else? We have the cave. See, there's something here about, even though this is how you come off on social media, there's like a privateness to it. There's a sanctity and intimacy, almost like we're seeing your innermost world, your most vulnerable moments kind of thing. So you could definitely place very personal, intimate things on your social media that make people who watch feel close to you, okay? And it's funny how this card comes exactly after this card. So you can tell like story times in chronological order. You can have part ones, part twos kind of thing. Because we have XXX1 and then we have XXX2. So this comes immediately after this comes immediately after this. So it's like in chronological order essentially. So yeah, you could post like stories about what happened this one time, though it happened that one time. It's like a series of stories, okay? I'm hearing that lady that posted what was it? I don't who my husband is something. There was this lady who posted about I didn't really know who my husband was, and she made it like a 20-part or 40-part series on TikTok and had everybody in a big tizzy. I didn't watch it, but people were definitely riveted, like, oh, they should have put this on TV, you know? That's what TV is missing these days, that personable feel, you know, feeling like we're in it with you and we're going on the ups and downs and the highs and lows with you. That's what I saw some people commenting about, that specific thing. Yeah, but the cave is just like, it feels like very much like intimate. It's just you and the people who follow you. It's like they're getting a peek into your life, okay? A little snapshot is definitely how you come off on social media. It's like you actually care, or you may actually interact or have a personal relationship with your fan base or your followers, whatever. I also want to say subscribers. So it's kind of like they feel your heart. We have the healer. So you give off very healing energy. We have the tear. Yes, there's something here about you making people cry, okay? And it could be in a happy way. It could be in a good way. Like I said, you could have told people about how you went through this hard thing but ended up finding love because of it. Or you went through this procedure and, you know, you ended up making you stronger. Or you got married at this time and after going through a divorce and cheating and abuse, and you know what I mean? Like just those things like that, like the hard things in life, you posted about going through it, and there's something here about a happy ending. So you put your heart, you put your blood, sweat, and tears into your work, and it makes people, like in their emotions, make people get into their feels kind of vibe. And it also heals them in a way. So maybe if you're someone who's only used to toxic relationships and you end up seeing a non-toxic relationship, it will definitely stir up some feelings like, wow, I've never experienced that. I didn't know that was a real thing. I didn't know men like that exist. I didn't know women like that exist. I didn't know relationships like that existed. So now that's what I want. You're healing people through love, through heart, you know, through intimacy. So you could literally be somebody who's teaching people how to date better and be more intimate in their life, you know. But yeah, tears, this definitely gives me tear and heart. You tug on the heartstrings. That's how you come off on social media. Here we also have the river. We have the dead end, and we have the empty room. So this is giving me the vibe that I was talking about of you guys going through hardship to get this heart. Okay, so I was also seeing a video the other day, like maybe a day or two ago, where this girl was posting her bridesmaid's reaction to her walking down the aisle. And it's like, when your friends know all the things you've been through to get here to this moment, and they are just bawling. They're crying a storm. They're crying up a storm. And I'm like, those are true, real friends. And it made me emotional kind of, because I'm like, wow, like, if my friends ain't crying like that when I'm getting married, knowing all the bull BS I've been through, yeah, they're my friends, okay? So it's like you bring a heartfelt, like a lot of heartfelt moments on your page, on your videos, whatever you post, okay? But the empty room, it was definitely a time where your fan base or your followers may have seen you down on your luck, like completely broken, destitute, you know, and you could have started your journey then, and they just love to see where you come from to where you are now. Whether you did get into a relationship, whether you were someone who was just going through hard times and people saw you drag and you know, your way out of it, you went from rock bottom to, you know, on top of the world kind of thing. Here we have the dead end. You were at a dead end. So you're reminding me of those people who post videos like, I'm going to start my gym journey, you know, and I'm going to take you with me every day as I go to the gym and take you through my transformation. People saw you when you were at rock bottom, when you were at a dead end, when there was nowhere else you could go except for up. And they saw you drag yourself out of the trenches, essentially. And now it just makes them emotional seeing where you were before to now. And either way, you could also be someone who is on a healing journey, like emotionally, or recovering from, like I said, abuse or being cheated on or something of those along those lines. And by healing yourself, you're also healing others because they're along for the ride with you, you know? So, and then we have the river. Yeah, this is just giving me tears flowing and not stopping. The river is just like fast, it's unstoppable kind of energy. So maybe you're someone who's on an unstoppable kick right now. Like nothing can stop you. The river is like almost dang near unstoppable. Anything that goes in the river, it's gonna get broken down sooner or later, you know? So it's like, yeah, like I said, once the tears come, they flow at the river. They don't stop when they start crying. Because I love how we have the tear here, then the river here immediately after. Like once the tears stop, they don't stop flowing. When they hear your story, what you've been through, or they just see the pure love you have for yourself or for your person, for your body, you know, for life. Essentially, if you are someone who does like travels and vlogging and, you know, overcoming your fears and things like that, you know. And there was also a video that I saw on social media, sorry, about a little girl who has like, what do they call it? It's an eating disorder where you don't like to eat food, or you can go a long time without not eating food. And she was trying honeydew melon for the first time, and she was just like crying. And she was like, I don't like it. I don't like the texture or the taste of it. But I told myself I'm at least going to have 4 bites. And she's a small child going through these things and, you know, pulling herself through it, you know, and saying, crying through it, but still doing it. You know, it's not enjoyable for her, but she's still doing it because she knows it's what's best for her, you know. And it's kind of like it inspires others, tear jerking. It's emotional because a small child is going through this and adults go through this as well. And the strength and the, you know, tenacity she has to keep eating something she knows she hates, but she's doing it because she knows it's good for her. That's this vibe, you know, doing what is good for you and allowing people to see that, be in on intimate moments like eating disorders or, like I said, abuse. Like things like that are very intimate. Not everybody should know about it, or not everybody's gonna talk about it, but maybe you do, you know. So you talk about the hard times, the grief, the down on your luck kind of moment. It's not just always happy. So people are always when they do see you happy, it means even more because they saw you when you weren't, kind of thing, you know. So you let people see you when things were low, when things were bad, and you didn't hide, okay? But eventually, like I said, the river does break down things, okay? It breaks down rocks, it breaks down anything that gets caught up in the river is gonna get taken and deposited into the sea, which I love because the tear always gives me that energy of crying like an ocean, like you're unable to control your emotions or you feel a lot. So you come through with someone who's like a lot of hot, okay, you can be someone who's hot as well, but you come through with someone who has a lot of heart and who's like very much is not afraid to cry on social media, you know. Yeah, you be tugging on people's, you know, you're a tearjerker. And look at how we have these two circles coming together and making a circle in the middle. It's giving like a Venn diagram where they may have something different, you may have something different, but when they watch your stuff, they always find the things that make us human, the things that that are in common, that reminds us we're all in the same boat, okay? And it's giving me that reference from the show Manifest, where towards the end of the series, it became apparent after they've gone through so many ups and downs that the only way for them to survive, I don't want to ruin the whole show in case anybody wants to watch it or is still watching it. At the end of the show, they realized they were in it together. They didn't do it together. They were all going to die eventually at the end of it, you know? So they have to kind of, we're in the same boat. We're in the same lifeboat. And if you're doing something that's bad, you're affecting the rest of us. So we need to all band together and, you know, help each other out, kind of thing. That was what the show was kind of pushing towards the end of the last season, you know? So when people come into your content, they're reminded that we're all in the same lifeboat, you know? We're not as different as it may seem, no matter the skin color, the culture, the part of the world. We're all the same. We're all going through the same things, you know? So have some grace, you know, be gracious, kind of thing. Yeah, so people find your content very healing no matter what you do. But I do feel like it's something around relationships, love, self-esteem, beauty, care, adventure, just feelings, you know, being in your feelings. People may come to you when they're at a dead end and you help them move on from that, or you teach people how to isolate the problem to heal it, you know? You have to figure out what's wrong in order for you to know what to heal, kind of thing. So you can be that kind of person as well. You heal the heart. So I'm going to move these and just put them to the side. I don't want to put them back in the deck in case I need to come and reference them later in the reading. So we're going to put them to the side. And get into the tarot cards, I guess. I'm like, I guess. So the moon, dreamy feelings, emotions, 10 of Cups, happy ever afters, just complete emotional fulfillment, being happy, living that soft life is what you're giving. Ace of Swords, someone who isn't afraid to speak up and open up their mind. And I'm hearing give words of wisdom or learn things. You're on a learning thing. Like, okay, so even if you are someone who gives advice and help people heal, you're also someone who is still learning as well, if that makes sense. And I think it should. It's like a teacher who is still learning. Of course, the teacher has qualifications. She has degrees, or he has degrees, they have degrees to teach you one specific subject, but that doesn't mean they know everything or even know everything about that one subject. They're still learning with you. And plenty of times, like the same way parents say, oh, when I had kids, I learned like so much about life. You are always learning every day, even though you're grown and you were able to have a child, it doesn't mean you know everything. You're learning with the child as well, you know? So even though you're the teacher, you're still learning with your followers as well, you know? And that's the relatableness that you have about you, where you feel like, oh my gosh, I know this person. They aren't that different. We aren't that different after all. You know, you make people feel included, very inclusive. But yeah, 10 of Cups is giving me something here about like relationships, romance. Like people see you post about your love story, or, you know, post about love stories kind of thing. Because you could also be someone, there's a creator on YouTube that posts meet cutes, but the New York City version, where he goes around like New York City and asks couples, how did you meet? What's your love story? And like that just helps people believe in love even more, whether it's scripted or not, you know? I don't think it is, but some people would say, oh, it's scripted, da da da. And that's not what we're talking about right now, though. It's that you make people believe in love again, or you just make people believe in maybe humanity again. Because I'm being taken to Yolanda Diaz again on TikTok. She's just someone who is so sweet, so soft-spoken. She's just like, when you're with her, it's like you're enveloped in a big warm hug, essentially. You know? The same thing with Nara Smith. Her voice is very comforting, it's very soothing, and they give you a glimpse of a soft life, a life that you didn't think was possible for anyone to live, but you're seeing it with your own eyes. And it's awakening your heart, it's opening you up, it's making you feel and want to feel. You know, more importantly, that's what you give people, or that's what you bring people. You're those people. So maybe look into them more if you've never heard of them, and kind of, you'll understand more what I'm saying if you watch their stuff, okay? But the moon here is like you're very dreamy. Your voice is very dreamy. People would also fall asleep to you because you have a very good voice, very soothing voice, like I said before. But the 10 of Cups is definitely giving you are someone who's always happy, and you make people happy. So your social media says you're someone who's happy. You're someone who's very, I'm hearing alive and awake and invigorated, you know, kind of thing. You're always smiling. You're always, you know, there's never a moment where you're just like a downer to the people who watch your stuff. Even if you are sad, they don't really think that, oh my gosh, you're taking away from me. Because sometimes when people are sad and they're coming and posting things or coming to vent to you, they somehow take a little piece of your energy, you know, or a little piece of your soul, I like to say, when they come and complain to you about certain things, you know. But these people, even when you are, you're still giving back in that kind of way, where it's you're opening yourself up, and like I said, reminding people that life isn't always perfect. Even the most happy people can have sad moments. Even the most sad people can have happy moments. You know, life is not just always one long, boring line. It's ups and downs, hills and valleys, you know. But you do also come off as someone who's very curious, inquisitive. You like to learn new things. And I mean, you may take people along for the ride with you when you do that. Like vlogging, like I said, for example, you're going on new adventures to new countries, new cities, and you're taking people along for the ride with you and teaching them how you learn to navigate that city, you know? Even if you even didn't speak the language, you learn to navigate it, kind of thing. That's the vibe that you're giving. What else can you tell me? about what their social media says about them. You're also very, I don't think idealistic is the right word. You're someone who like believes in wishful thinking. You're someone who believes in happily ever afters, kind of like a hopeless romantic vibe. Whether you are in a relationship or not, you give up that hopeless romantic vibe. So it's like someone who's like always lost in their thoughts, lost in their dreams, like dreamy, not in the way you look, but the way you kind of think and interact with the world, you know? Like, romanticize your life. That's what I'm meaning to say, you know? But no matter how bad things get, things will always be good, you know what I mean? I'm hearing the sun will come out tomorrow from Annie. So you've gotta hang on till tomorrow. There'll be sun. Just thinking about tomorrow wipes away the cobwebs and the sorrows till there's none. That's what I'm getting here. And you're just like, I know I'm going through this right now, but I know there'll be better days, you know? I know it's not always going to be this way. Even if today was bad, I'm looking forward to what tomorrow brings, you know? That soldiering on kind of energy. Now, the next card we have for you is the King of Cups. Yes, you make people feel secure. You make people feel safe. You're trustworthy. That's the vibe you're giving. Like I said, you have a lot of heart. Here with these cards coming, you have like a lot of heart. You take people along the journey with you. You don't leave them alone. You bring people into the most intimate moments of your life. I just heard the people who bring people into the birth room with them when they have kids. You could be one of those. Like I said, yeah, couple content. Exactly. You met your person and people were there throughout the whole journey. They were there when you announced you were going on your first date with this person. Then they were there when you guys got engaged and you guys got married. Now when you guys had your first kids, you're taking your followers into the room with you while you're having the baby. Like you're in the most intimate moments of your life. Everybody's there watching with you, you know? And it's kind of like they saw you at your worst, or when people are feeling stuck, they find you and you kind of made them feel unstuck with that river. Because the dead end is like giving me there's nowhere else to go. A river is ever flowing and never stops, okay? An empty room, people who are lonely. Like, empty room is giving me people in their room just watching you, you know? Or you in your room just telling people your story, honestly. Like I said, those story times, get ready with me is kind of thing where it's just you in a room and a camera. Or like I said, those fancy editing things as well. But through your content, you heal. And the tear, you make people like cry happy tears. Even if it's sad tears, it ends up being happy tears as well. Now I want one more card. But you're definitely someone who's very secure in your emotions. You look like someone who's secure in your relationships. You're secure in your life. And people are like, I want more of that. I need more of that. So I feel like people find you for a specific reason, to maybe keep the hope alive that they'll have that too, or to show them that it's possible and that it's out there, essentially. So you're definitely the dreamer. You believe in the impossible, or what everybody else deems impossible. Sorry, I have to yawn real quick. We have the Two of Wands. This is definitely playing into the whole adventure thing, or when people are making a decision in their life on what they want to do. They find your content and it kind of inspires them or helps them lean towards one certain thing, you know? And you're making them feel happy and secure in that decision that they're making, you know? I don't know. Like, it could also be like a tarot reader as well. They're asking, does this person like me? Or what is my next step? And they're coming to you lost, at dead end, not knowing where to go. And you come through as someone who puts so much heart into your work, puts so much heart into your content, that they just can't help but gravitate towards you, to trust you, to feel safe when they're watching a video, your content, and like believe that you actually care and want to help them. Like I said, you build bonds with your followers. Whether your followers just be people you know, family, it doesn't matter. There's a close bond. There's like a sentimentality, or yeah, people feel like, I don't know. It's not possessive of you, but it's kind of like they feel like they belong when they're with you. They're part of your like soul family. Here we have 9 of Swords. So you do attract people who are at dead ends, who are struggling, who don't know what they want to do or where they want to go next in their life. And you could be someone who brings people in on those moments of, you know, fear or anxiety, and people appreciate you for that. You don't hide that life isn't always easy. You don't hide that you have anxiety. You don't hide that you have fear. You don't hide that you have human emotions. Because some people would only post content that's happy. Like I said, you post content that's happy, that's sad, that's about being in love, falling in love, you know what I mean? Falling in love with life, be it or other people or your work or your job. You know, you're always that positive, upbeat energy. But even though there's so much you do post on social media, there's still something about you that people know that it's just like, you know, private. So you post enough, but you don't post everything, which is why we have that dead end. You definitely make sure to cut off, which is that stern Capricorn energy. When people try to get too close or get too nosy, it's like giving me the example. It's funny how I brought them up, but Demi and Tom, how when they had their first baby, Nora, after going through so many miscarriages, she was their rainbow baby, maybe like 2 times, 3 times over when she was conceived, and she made it to full term. And when she was born, everybody was excited to see what the baby was gonna look like, and And I think she's about to turn 1, and they still haven't shown her face. And in those first few months of her being born, everybody was just like bothering them, trolling them, saying, "Oh my gosh, like we were here the whole step of the way. Why post your pregnancy if you're not gonna post your baby?" And it's kind of like, I've given you enough. Like she's showed us when she's been getting IVF shots, or when Tom had to like poke a needle in her stomach to, I guess, help that create eggs or whatever before she went and got, you know, in vitro and all this stuff. Like, she's like, I brought you guys along the way so much. There's only so much that I can show, and there's only so much that I want to show. I have to keep boundaries up, which is why we have that dead end in this stack of cards over here. We have the dead end where it's like, I bring you in, but there's only certain places you can go. You know, you can't go all the way into my life, because obviously this is just social media, and social media can get toxic sometimes. So she wants to protect her child. They want to protect their child from social media, essentially, or they don't want to show her, and they have every right not to. That's their child. And people get mad at them because it's like, oh, you've shown everything else, but not show that too. It's like, well, we don't want to show you this. Can you respect our privacy, you know? So we're going to see what else comes through for you guys. I swear I brought out all these cards and I never have to use all of them. At the bottom, we have Venus coming through again, love. So yeah, you just radiate love, whether it's romantic love because you have a partner you have a page with, or whether it's you trying to find love on the journey of being single, whether it's you helping other people find love, giving them dating advice, you know, couple content, going on adventures, get ready with me's, cooking videos, showing people how to edit certain things. It doesn't matter what you do, you bring heart to it. Here we have Ascendant, Outlook, and you guys did choose the dice that had 1. And that's like first house energy. That is your personality, who you are. So your outlook on life is definitely what people love, which I think I kind of touched on that a little bit. I didn't say outlook, or maybe I did. I don't remember at this point. But we have your worldview, your mission statement, your expression, your effect, your role, your mark, your attitude, your outer self, your point of view, your body image, aura, your likeness, approach, impact, and first impressions. And that's what your social media has said about you. That's what people love. Just your outlook on the world. How you approach life. How you handle things. Conjunction, empowerment. How you empower yourself and others along the way. Like, I'm hearing someone say, okay, guys, today was a bad day for me, but I know tomorrow is going to be better. Watch me. Get unready with me, you know, take off my makeup and tell you about my day. It wasn't too good, but I'm hoping tomorrow is going to be better. So it's like, even though you're being vulnerable and telling them that your day was bad, you're also still throwing in that positive, like, tomorrow will be better. You're empowering people, you know. Conjunction is you combine with, you enhance, you strengthen, you join forces with. You could be someone who does collabs with other creators as well. Or, like I said, just you empower people, period. Whether you have a collaborator or not. Whether you have a partner who does things with you or not, you know. Whatever you do, you enhance it, which is that Capricorn energy coming through. And like I said, if you edit videos, you're the best at it, you know? People just feel a lot whenever they're with you. So we have Mars coming out, action. This is that Two of Wands energy coming out, where people see you moving, on the move, on the go. Those are too many. I want one more. Can I get one more card for how do people view them on social media, please? So you're most definitely creative. You're definitely giving me artist kind of vibes, you know? You could be like a very reserved, because I would say that Capricorns are very hard to get to know. They're I should say they're a more reserved sign, being ruled by Saturn, meaning they have discipline, they have firm boundaries. The way I was saying, they said, you're not going to see my child. Yes, we brought you on the journey, but there's a part of my life I need to keep to myself, that cave. Even though you've seen me at my most vulnerable, I need to keep some things to myself. I need to keep those boundaries up. And that's what people see you as well, someone who has like very good boundaries. But look at how you have lipstick here and fire. Your passion, your fire, your drive, that's how you come through it as well. You come through as someone who's confident, someone who's creative, someone who's active, you know. You could be someone who's like in shape, or you do things to help people get in shape, or you brought people along your journey to get in shape, you know. You could post a whole wide range of topics. But Mars, there's something about your action, your attitude, your impulses, the way you always go for what you want. That's how you come through on social media. You come through as someone who goes after what they want. Like, yeah, I would say your vibe is like fierce, fiery, but also feminine, you know? So it's kind of like you have your soft time when you're soft, which is that Venusian energy here. You could be someone who's very beautiful, you know, someone who's very aesthetically pleasing. I'm getting like Libra vibes, which makes sense with Venus here. But you'd also be giving Taurus vibes, where you guys just look good, you smell good, that kind of thing. You're like the artist who dresses like very well. You always have out there outfits, you know. You could literally post you getting ready without an outfit. Like, so fashion could be a thing for you as well. So you come through as someone who's like a creative. And no matter what you do, you do your makeup very well, you do your hair very well, you dress very well, you know. You post a wide range of topics. But yeah, you're also very fierce and stern. You have boundaries. Like I said, you're not going to let anybody push you around, no matter how sweet you may come off. And then here we have Mercury, communication, which is definitely giving me more social media. So the way you speak is, well, you come through as someone who's a very good speaker, or your motivational speaking is very good. You know how to get people, you know, hyped up to do something that they may not have wanted to do. Or they see you hype yourself up and learn how to do it for themselves, you know. But we have words, thoughts, analysis, information, learning, trade ideas. See, that's what I was saying with that Ace of Swords. You tell people how to do certain things while learning how to do them yourself. So it's kind of like taking your own advice is what I'm getting as well. But you are someone who comes off as very intellectual and very intelligent as well. Very emotionally secure, emotionally mature. You're good at expressing yourself, because your outlook with your communication style is very, I don't know, it's very punchy. It's very addictive. It's very attractive. I wanted to say sensual as well. So you kind of lure people in with your looks maybe, and you keep them and they stay because of your emotional maturity, the way you teach them things, you know, the way you're fierce and you uphold your boundaries, and but they still feel like they're a part of your life, you know. I know that makes sense, okay? So now we're gonna pull some cards from this deck, and I'm gonna leave y'all because I feel like I've been talking for who knows how long. What does your social media say about them, please? We have divine healing, and we have a healer come out. Beautiful. Divine healing. We have Lady Portia And then we have Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Yep. So choose to be loved. Do what is right for everyone involved, offering a helping hand. That's you. That's the energy that I was trying to articulate, where you're someone who is caring, compassionate. King of Cups, you take care of people, but then you also do keep boundaries, because the King of Cups can come off as someone who, we know he's a very emotionally secure person. We feel safe around him. We know we can trust him, but there's also part of him, he keeps himself or just for his loved ones, just for his close friends and family. So we know there's something about him we'll never fully know unless we're a part of his like inner circle, but we still feel close enough to him to trust him and be grateful for what he's offering us, you know? Because it's not easy to open yourself up to the scrutiny of other people at all, especially on social media these days. Those trolls be crazy. But you're always willing to offer a helping hand as well. Here we have Lady Portia, Divine Order. Do what you feel is right. And important lessons unfolding. So yeah, you always do what you think is right, and that is a lesson people learn by watching you. And we have Hilarion, which is Divine Healing. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. So you know you have light to support others. You do not withhold that from the collective, okay? But you do take time to affirm those boundaries, you know? To keep certain parts of you away from social media, because you know those are the most important parts of you, especially like the most vulnerable parts of you. You're definitely someone who doesn't let social media get to their head as well, you know? Where people may big you up and big up your head on social media, but you know as easily or as fast as they will big you up, they will tear you the F down, okay? And you keep that in mind. You don't let it go to your head, you know? But we have Divine Healing and Divine Order. Definitely something divinely led about you and what you've come here to do, the message you've come here to spread. You have no problem being vulnerable, but you still, like I said, withhold those boundaries. People see you in your emotions, but it's also something about you not letting people like too close or too in on your stuff, on your business. You're not telling them the intricate workings of your life, but you're telling them about important milestones, maybe because they feel like they're there enough to feel connected to you, but they don't have the authority to tell you what to do, to, you know, have an opinion on what you should do with your body, you know what I mean? Those kinds of things. Where you, like I said, like essentially keeping the boundaries firm, you know? You let them in just enough, but not all the way, because that's dangerous, okay? But yeah, you know your light can support others, and that's what you want to do. You want to help people live that soft life. You want to help people, you know, get more in touch with their emotions, but that doesn't mean that you have to kind of compromise your safety, compromise your integrity, those kinds of things. You can be sensitive and firm, and because you are. And you use your light to support others, okay? So that's what I have for you guys, though. I don't want to keep yapping. I hope this video resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would like a personal reading, I don't know if you would, you could always email me. My email is in the description box below. But yeah, I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group twos. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is going to be about, what does your social media say about you? How do you come off online? And basically like your aesthetic to the outside world, you know? Because it's not always how people see us. Okay, so what I've seen in the comments sometimes for these videos, like I've done a how do men see you? And then I've done what was it? How do you come off to others? What is your vibe kind of reading? And there's always at least one person in the comments, oh, this didn't resonate with me, or this is not how I see myself. I'm like, well, that's not what the reading's about, is it? It's about how other people see you. And how other people see you is not always how you see yourself. So it doesn't always have to resonate, but because it is what it is, honestly. So I kind of feel like for social media, how people see you isn't always going to resonate with who you are. Okay, so how you come off on social media may not be who you are, but the pile you choose, either trust that that's you or find another pile, or maybe just, you know, disregard the whole reading. Those comments are kind of like, I understand where you're coming from, but remember, this is how other people see you, not how you see yourself. So how men view you is not how you're going to view yourself, okay? Why they're attracted to you is not what you may think is attractive about yourself, you know? How people see you is not how you're going to see you. Like I said, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, We have the sun here, and you chose the blue dye. So we have the sun here, so there could be something like very magnetic, something very is vitalic a word? Like something very sunny and bright about you and your energy on social media. You could come through with someone who's like very preppy, you know, someone who's like very confident kind of vibe, someone who brings light or shines light on certain things. So you could also be someone who's kind of like an activist, maybe, who you bring attention to things that other people tend to ignore, okay? When you shine the sunlight on something, there's no hiding. So people may find that they can't hide from you. You may read them very well or something. Or I'm just feeling like you're a spitfire as well. This is supposed to be like, you know, social media. So how can people read you well through social media? Unless you're literally reading them and you're a tarot reader or something like that. Or you post like astrology content where you're just like, oh my gosh, how do they know if that's how I act? And you know what I mean? That kind of thing. But you shine a light on things that other people tend to want to ignore. What I'm going to do is borrow the cards. I'm going to dive from the other readings and roll them. Look, we have Scorpio. Okay, something very intense. We have first house, intense about your personality or demeanor. And that would be sun energy as well. And here we have Neptune. It's like there's something unrealistic about you, or people feel like maybe you hide a part of yourself. They don't know the real you. Like the sun is like just a front, maybe. But yeah, there's something, I'm hearing too good to be true, but also mysterious. Okay, if I didn't say that already. Because Neptune is like a very mysterious energy, and so is Scorpio. So with those two energies coming out to how do you come off on social media, it's like maybe you're someone who doesn't post much. You don't post about your feelings. You don't post about your life. You could be someone who just posts like memes or something. So people are wondering, who the heck is this person behind the account that's always posting memes? Like, and then your profile picture could be a meme too. So people are like, who the heck is this person? Like, you could have like millions or thousands of followers, and it's just like, well, we don't know who this person is because we have not seen them. And there's something about you that likes that. You don't want everybody to be in your business or know what you look like, or, you know anything about you, but you want to post on social media. So you've chosen a medium, which is like memes or, you know, stuff like that, where you don't have to post your face or edits, you know, where people post their favorite parts of shows, movies, stuff like that on social media, and they get thousands of followers, but people really don't know the person behind the account other than they're a fan of said shows and movies and books, or, you know, things. So people who are on, they have bookstagrams, they post, you know, snippets or excerpts from books, or they post book edits or videos, and people are just like, who is this person, you know? All I know about them is that they love reading books, they love reading romance, they love Kdramas, they love this, they love that, but I don't know anything else except that. So yeah, there's something very much hidden about you on your social media. You don't post a lot. Is already that I'm getting from you guys. So we're gonna get into the card we have here. We have the Venom. Ooh, child. Ooh, there's something here about you. I don't know. People being okay. So what I heard, Venom is people being scared of you, maybe, because they don't know you. They don't know what you're gonna do. They don't know your next action. Something like maybe unpredictable about you as well. Because when I first got this card, Venom, there's like something about poison. So, yeah, now the song I'm hearing by Beyonce, you're just like poison, slowly moving through my system, breaking all of my defenses with time. You're just like poison, I just don't get it. How can something so deadly feel so right? I'm not sure what to do. It's a catch-22 because the cure is found in you. I don't want it, but I do. You're just like poison. My affliction, I'm addicted, I can't lie. Kiss me one more time before I die. So there's like something like addictive about your posts on social media, but people are like, okay, so you know what you're giving me? You're giving me that influencer, the person that posts on social media. You could attract a lot of people who just don't like you for no reason. You know, they just hate on you for no reason. They leave hateful comments for no reason. And then there's also a flip side of people not wanting to like you, but liking you at the end of the day. Like, you know, they see you, I don't like this person, or I don't think they're funny, but the more they watch your content, the more you just kind of seep into them. You're slowly moving through their system, breaking all the defenses with time. People want to not like you, but they can't not like you, because there's like also like a magnetism that draw people to you, essentially. So it's just like, I hate that. You know what it's giving me? I remember years ago, so long ago, my mom loved this song Firefly by Owl City, and that song was played everywhere. I was like, oh my freaking gosh, I hate this song. And she was like, no, you don't. I'm like, yes, I do. I hate it. It's everywhere. I don't want to listen to it. It's a stupid song. She loved it. They was playing it all the time, like I said. And slowly but surely, I don't love it now, but when it comes on, I'm a bop along to it. I unfortunately, or fortunately for me, know all the lyrics now. So it's that song on the radio that we start off hating, that we can't help but love, and start blasting and singing at the end of the day, you know? When you hear it enough times, you're around it enough, it just becomes a part of your routine, you know? So people could have seen you in the first time, like, oh my gosh, I hate this person. They're so out of touch. They're so this, they're so that. And the more they see you, the more you pop up on their feed, or, you know what I mean? They can't help but want to watch you. Or people who hate you, but because they hate you, they want to see you, what you're doing even more, kind of thing. That vibe is coming through. But I'm also getting that scene from, I think it's like Easy A with Emma Stone, where she gets that card. I feel like it's the infamous or the famous shower scene where she gets the card from somebody, and it's like the song is like, I got a pack full of sunshine, and I know that it's all mine, no. And she just starts opening the card, and she hates the song in the beginning. Like, oh my gosh. It's like, oh, this song is so, But we just, as the days go by, she starts playing it every day, opening the card every day, and before you know it, she's having a whole concert, washing her hair in the shower, singing along to it. I got a pack of sunshine, you know what I mean? So she started off not liking the song, and then it became a part of her daily routine. So it's kind of like people may have started off not liking you, thinking you were toxic, just hating you for no reason, you know, spewing venom at you. But the more they kind of got to know you, or the more content of yours that they watched, they kind of became like addicted, like the way the poison slowly moves through your system, and then it takes over. So like, you're giving guilty pleasure. So whatever you post, it's guilty pleasure, you know? And it could be book talk stuff. People are like, oh my gosh, you're posting all about smut and da-da-da-da. But then the more you post about it, the more they want to watch, and the more they want to, you know, see your recommendations for the next book, because now they're addicted to smut as well. And they started smack talking to loving and doing the same things you're doing, you know? Kind of like someone, oh, I hate makeup, I'll never wear makeup. And just the way you do makeup, the way you speak about it, and the way you maybe put it on, now they start wearing makeup, and like, oh, it's not because of you, it's because of me. And it's like, they know it's dang well because of you, you know? You kind of like a little bit, I don't want to say a trend starter, but you are so unapologetically yourself that people hate you for that, because they like to hide and, you know, play smoke and mirrors and never be their true self. So the fact that you can be your true self irks other people. The fact that you can so fully pull yourself or push yourself or throw yourself into what you love, and making edits about that one show or that one thing to the point where it could be a little obsessive, and you're willing to post it on social media, not caring what anybody has to say, because that's your way of expressing your artistic ability, your talent, you know, your interest. That kind of vibe is what I'm getting for you guys. You really don't care what people have to say about you. You're just going to be you, with that first house energy coming through. But Neptune is also something that you keep to yourself as well. Something very dreamy, out of this world, unrealistic about you and what you post, maybe. Okay. It's like giving an author, like, oh my gosh, I hate that author. But now all of a sudden they're your favorite author, but you would never tell anyone. Like I said, guilty pleasure vibe is what's coming through for how you come off on social media, your people's guilty pleasure. They'll never admit to liking you, but they do. unfortunately, because people like that is ghetto. I mean, they're very ghetto, but it happens. But here we have the bridge. You bridge the gap between these two people, between two ideologies. This person started off thinking, oh, I can't be this way because I'm this way, but look, eventually listening to you or watching you help them build that bridge to bridge the gap between those two ideologies. Like, I can be this and that, and both can be true, you know. We also have the flame. Yeah, you ignited something in someone. You made them realize they like something that they didn't think they would ever like. Is also a vibe that I'm getting. You made them like something they never thought they would like. Which is like you built a bridge. You know, it's kind of like, if you don't like me, build a bridge and get over it. And because you're just, like I said, so unapologetic for yourself, people couldn't help but like fall for that. Like, oh, I guess, like, I can't hate them. Like, I can't hate someone who just knows who they are and shows up for themselves all the time. I can't do it. So you just ignite something in people, you know? You're also someone who's like very fierce and you're like so, you know what I mean? People, you know what I've realized through social media? I just heard it the other day as well, where it's like, when you don't believe in yourself and you're like shy and you're meek and you're always insulting yourself and like, oh, I'm not pretty, and then people in the comments, oh, stop it, you're beautiful, da da da. As soon as you start embodying that energy and telling yourself, oh yeah, I'm pretty, I'm the baddest, da 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 da, my face card don't decline, blah 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 blah, stuff like that, then all of a sudden people are like, oh my gosh, they're so conceited, oh please, you're ugly, you're showing, oh my gosh, you're so full of yourself. And I'm like, weren't you the same person telling me I was beautiful the other day? Now that I actually believe it, you're mad? You know, that's what I'm getting here. People spew venom in your way because you can look good, everybody loves you, have that intense Scorpio magnetic energy where people just are drawn to you, you know? It could be drawn to your seduction, your destruction, that kind of thing. It's like femme fatale energy you give off. And because you believe in yourself so wholeheartedly, because you love yourself, because you call yourself beautiful and pretty, people are mad because you love yourself, essentially, is the vibe that I'm getting with how you come off of social media as someone who's sexy, someone who loves themselves, you know, someone who, the sustainer here is giving me someone who works on themselves. So you go to the gym and you could be working on a specific part of your body, and people start off like hating on you on your journey, essentially. So the vibe that I'm getting is someone who wants like a bigger butt or a plumper butt or a more round, rotund, peachy kind of butt where you want to sit high, okay? And you start going to the gym and doing all those exercises that help you get a plump butt, and people are hating on you like, oh my gosh, like, da, 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 blah, blah, you know what I mean? And then as soon as you get the butt, like, oh my gosh, you actually did it, yes, but they're clapping in quiet. So you could be someone who posts a lot, but you don't get much engagement, but best believe there are people in the shadows clocking you, your every move. Like, you could be someone who gets a lot of views but not a lot of likes or not a lot of comments, and it's because people be hating on you. They're always watching for what you're doing next, but the views never match the likes or the comments, you know? And people hate the longevity you've had, because the sustainer is someone who can do things and still be relevant years later. Like, you're just someone who, like, people, like I said, because you attract success effortlessly. And that upsets people. Like, that really just gets under their skin. It grinds their gears. You know, the things that you do and how you present yourself, it really grinds your gears. How you're just so, you believe in yourself, you love yourself, you take care of yourself, you pour into yourself. And people say, oh my gosh, you're so conceited. And it's like, no, I'm not. I'm just sustaining my beauty. If I'm getting beauty treatments, that's my problem. If I'm doing this and that, I'm trying to mold my body to look a certain way, that's a me thing. Why are you mad that I want to look better? Like, what? You know? But then for others of you, or for other people, you motivate them. You spark that flame. You know, you could have been someone who used to be, like I said, maybe someone who was bigger, or someone who didn't love their body, someone who was insecure, and people like loved that. They lapped it up. Oh my gosh, but you're so pretty. Why do you don't think that? And then as soon as you started thinking that you were beautiful and, like I said, doing it and presenting yourself that way, everybody's mad now. So maybe you are someone who got more views and interaction before, but now that you're like better and you believe in yourself and love yourself even more, people are hating, you know? And it happens. Is that all that I'm getting from these cards? I want to look at the bottom of the deck for this one. And then we have the comic. So like, yeah, there's something here about like performing or being your most authentic self and posting skits or posting edits or posting reviews or something like that. And people not liking you for it and saying, oh my gosh, they're not funny, but they find themselves laughing, but they would never tell you, you know, which is why comics at the bottom of the deck. People don't want to admit to you that you're funny, but they know you're funny, you know? So you're either getting people spewing venom at you or people not engaging at all because you just have this energy about you that people love. It's kind of like giving popular, where people just love you right away. You get a lot of views because you're like, you know, you could be aesthetically or aesthetically pleasing. Let me finish my sentence. Or conventionally attractive, and that kind of makes people mad. And you sustain that beauty, you know? So I do want to get some more cards for you guys. And you could be someone who, okay, I'm getting another example. Just a few hours ago, just yesterday or this morning, I was on Instagram, and there was a post about Cardi B's mom and how people are raving about how young Cardi B's mom looks in a new video that Cardi posted of her. And then I go to the comments and I'm looking and they're just like, oh my gosh, like she doesn't even look all that young, like, oh, that's just makeup, da da da, like why y'all lying for? And I'm just like, obviously, in order for the post to have been created, there were some people who did believe Cardi's mom to look too young to have a daughter her age or whatever. So why are y'all coming to the comment section just to be mean and venomous? Like, oh no, she's not. She looked regular. You know what I mean? Oh, she must have had that child real young kind of vibe, you know? Just being trolls for no reason. When obviously, like I said, they made the post because people were amazed at how young her mom looks. Why must you now come in the comments and try to debunk that? Oh, she doesn't even look that young. You know what I mean? Like, just haters. Because you look good and people always compliment you and tell you that you look good and you smell good and da da da, you're beautiful and you're gorgeous, and people are just mad at that. It just makes no sense to me. Here we have the Three of Wands. How do you come up on social media? I'm hearing a social butterfly. So you're very friendly and like to get along with people for some of you. For others of you, like discovering your page, like discovering a whole new world, going on a journey. Exploring, I'm hearing foreign, distant lands. Maybe you're someone who travels and you post about your travels, and people could hate you for that because you get to travel and they don't, and they're finding any reason to bring you down in the comments. Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's something here about people not knowing too much about you. People not, and then that's funny because Cardi B's mother isn't always someone who's in the spotlight. I don't think she has social media. I don't think Cardi really posts her all that much. She's someone who's very, like, you know, in her own little shell, minding her own little business. And then when she does pop up on social media or Cardi posts her, here are all these people mad. Oh, why y'all lying? She don't look young. I'm like, if y'all don't stop, people just really be mad for no reason. How does my group 2 come off of social media, please? Like, this Knight of Swords, like, giving me someone who's actively engaging, actively chasing something. That thing that I was talking about where they don't like, but there's a lot of views, or they don't comment or engage, is kind of what this card is giving me as well. So you come off on social media as someone who, I don't know, who could be, like, I don't want to say polarizing, but people just be, like I said, hating for no reason. How do they come off? What does their social media say about them? That you don't like to talk to strangers, what I heard. Like, you could be a little antisocial. Which is why we have that venom. That venom could be someone who's, like, unapproachable. Like, don't talk to me, I don't want to talk to you guys, you know? Someone who's mean. That kind of thing could also be coming through. Okay, what next? We have... Oh, the Ace of Cups came out first. Where is that? Or that's what I saw first. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Hermit. Yeah, that's reiterating that energy of you not, like, maybe you don't interact back with the people who interact with you. You just post stuff and go ghost. And people are there commenting and liking, and you're just like not really interacting with them. So yeah, you do come off a little bit like maybe standoffish, like or busy. You know, that could be a better word or a better way to phrase it. You're always busy, so you may not have time to always respond to every comment, and that leads to people mad, you know, because they want you to respond to them. They want your attention, kind of thing. And look, we have the devil here. What does your social media say about you? That you're not with the drama. You don't like drama, because this one to come out in reverse. So I might as well, since I kept Knight of Swords in reverse, I didn't really want to take reversals on this spread, but we will, I guess, because I already took that one reverse. And we have King of Wands. Yeah, someone who's very sure of yourself. Let me get one more card. This looks a little lopsided. Can I get one more card, please? What does your social media say about them? What is their aesthetic? How do they come off online? One more card, please, Spirit. Ten of Pentacles. So you could just be someone who's like maybe out of touch, out of reach kind of thing. Or you're trying to bridge the gap between what seems unattainable or what seems, so you know what this is giving me? Someone who maybe grew up in like high society, someone who grew up rich or whatever, and your content just seems like so out of touch, and people are spewing venom at you for that. And it's like, I'm not doing this to make you feel bad, or I'm not doing this to show off. I'm doing this to bring humanity to people who do have more, you know, kind of thing, to show you we're all the same in a certain kind of way. But then people don't take it the way you may have meant it. So you're doing it for good reasons, and they think you're doing it to show off. And it's kind of like there's something about there needing to be like a bridge built kind of thing. They are not picking up what you're putting down, you know? What you want it to be a bridge for two different, you know, what is it called? I'm hearing social standings, but you ended up becoming like people are like downing you or dogging you for it instead. And you don't understand why they're spewing venom your way. And even if you do get likes and comments and engagement, the engagement, like I said, could only be negative. And you stay away from it with the devil in reverse, you know, which is why you maybe don't show your face all that often, or you don't talk back. But like I said, what you're doing is all out of love. I don't think you're doing it to show off with the Ace of Cups. Maybe some of you guys could receive a lot of calls or emails, or people may be complaining. Like, I don't know, your vibe is kind of throwing me off a little bit. Like I said, you light a flame under people. You get them like riled up in maybe like a good way, or it could be a bad way. I guess it just depends. But they feel something when they watch your stuff, essentially. Because Scorpio is like a very much, anytime people are just like always attracted to Scorpios. You give like a very femme fatale, I'll ruin your life, you know what I mean, kind of energy on social media. And that's how you come off, as someone who may rip someone's head off if you get too close, you know. Someone who sparks that flame of like interest. But people may never, like I said, guilty pleasure, people may never talk about it, or may never comment about it, or may never bring it to your attention. With the Ten of Pentacles, you do seem like someone who like has it all, essentially. You're very financially secure. And we have the King of Wands. You're confident in that financial security. And this Three of Wands, like you travel a lot and go on a lot of vacations, and people love watching where you want to go, kind of thing. But then there's also part of them that could be like a little jealous of it, you know? An Ace of Cups is also like a very much loving energy and pouring into yourself energy. That's pouring, is giving me this sustainer. You're always giving to yourself, taking care of yourself, you know? It's like very, it's not self-absorbed, it's definitely not. It's just like you're a very self-involved person. You do things for you. You take care of you. And people may think of it as selfish, and that's why you get venom for it. But it's kind of like they also admire you for it because you do things that other people wish they could do, but they can't. And that's what I think I kind of said in the beginning as well. Yeah. You kind of bring that new perspective to things. But with the Hermit, you're also very like a recluse when you're ready. The Devil in reverse, you avoid all the drama. King of Wands, you do come off as someone like very in control. I'm hearing you're very in demand as well. So you could be someone like always booked and busy depending on what you do. If you do procure services, you give services, you're very booked and busy. You're someone who's like very popular, you know. And because of that popularity on social media, you could be like a little bit of an influencer, someone who has like, you know, a good amount of followers, and you make money off of those followers. So people love watching your content, and because of that, you make money off of it, you know. But you're not someone who's with the drama. You're very much love. You keep to yourself. But there's people who still like, I don't know, just be hating for no reason. You build bridges, you know. You provide light and clarity and a fierceness, you know. It's like giving like a very much someone who minds their business, lives their life. People can't help but want to know more about them because you don't put a lot of your business out there. So people want to know more. And if you don't tell them more, they kind of get mad. Or if they, okay. So it's giving me some people who don't have enough access to you. If people don't get enough access, they get aggy, you know. Because of course you have this magnetic charm about you. But with that Scorpio and Neptune, you don't let people get close, you know. And it makes people upset. But they love seeing you go on adventures. They love seeing you, you know, maybe love your life and take care of yourself. You know, it's giving me, like I said, who is it? There was something that I saw on social media the other day. And I've been bringing that up so many times, but it's reading about social media, so why not, right? Some content creator where people are like, oh my gosh, you're so out of touch, you know? Where you post all these videos about, your most expensive products and going on these big fancy trips and and you don't realize that elsewhere in the world people are really struggling. We have things going on in, you know, Rafah, Gaza, Israel. There's so many things going on in the world right now, and you're just posting here about hair and makeup and going on vacation and It's very much like people are condemning celebrities for continuously living their life and not bringing attention to these things that are happening in the world. So you just seem like someone who's just like, you know, selfish in a way, but you want to keep this perfect lifestyle and not bring attention to what they feel needs attention, you know. So you're very much in that 12th house Neptune energy of, you know, keeping to yourself, minding your business, not allowing what's happening in the world to affect you or your platform, and it's making people kind of mad, you know. Something along those lines I feel like is definitely coming through. Hope it's resonating for somebody out there. But this Hermit energy is you being so to yourself. You don't really understand what's going on, you know. But it's like I'm hearing, I'm gonna drink water and mind my business by Patrice. Is it? Yeah. She says she's going to drink water and mind her business. You, the person drinking water, living life, going to the gym, going on trips, buying your stuff, living a lavish life, and minding your business, child. And people mad. That's how you come off on social media. You come off as definitely someone who is very much badass, okay? You're very much someone who's very attractive. You're also like a little mysterious. People don't always know where you're going. You know what I mean? You keep to yourself, and there's something about you having a lot of money and sustaining that money. With these King of Wands here, you can be like a business owner. You're always selling stuff. Maybe people think your profile is like too advertising-y, where they're not seeing enough about you and they're just seeing you selling products and stuff like that. That could be coming through as well. And they get mad, like, I want to know, like, I need you to bridge this gap. There's you, and then there's the product. We want to see both. We don't want to see one or the other. It's something that's coming through as well. So you come up with someone who's like always selling something, who's living like a very soft life. And people are mad at that because they aren't living a soft life, or you're not bringing enough attention to certain issues, you know, like oblivious kind of thing. So what else do we have here? We have 11th house, the edge. Yes, you live life very differently, and you're not just, you don't follow what everybody else does, or you don't fold under pressure. So if people are telling you, oh my gosh, like the way you're seeing on everybody's platform, like, why are you not commenting on what's going on in Rafa? Why are you not doing this? Why are you not doing that? Use your platform for good. And you're just like, people need an escape. Okay, that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to bring awareness to this and that, you know, which can ruffle a few feathers. But it's like, that's just it. And you may come off as out of touch or entitled or on your high and mighty sword, or, you know what I mean? Out of touch, that kind of thing. But it's like, no, we provide this platform, and it's also bringing me to, I mentioned them in another video as well, but Rhett and Link, Good Mythical Morning, where I believe it was Link who was having his, what would you eat, your last meal, you know, which is a spin-off of their Good Mythical Morning channel. It's like Good Mythical Kitchen, I believe, where they bring on celebrities and they give them their last meal, and they give them all the food they would eat for their last meal. And there was something about the person who was questioning Link, I think it was Josh, maybe. He was like, what do you think about the people that say you guys don't talk about enough important subjects on the show? Because if you know Good Mythical Morning, it's all about comedy, it's all about skits, it's all about games. They're not talking about anything serious going on in the world. And like I said, the guy brought it up and asked them, like, how do you feel about people telling you you don't talk about news enough, you don't talk about what's going on in the world? And he's like, well, that's not what we made this channel for. We made this channel as an escapism. We have to deal with that crap enough in the world when we're not on social media. Why are we bringing that to our work? Why are we bringing that to our content? There's no need. We're supposed to be an escape for people. We're supposed to be fun and light. You know, we come to bring the jokes and have people laugh and have that escape. You know, why are we talking about news and all the bad things that's going to be going on? That's still going to be there after they're done watching our content. Why must we bring more attention to it? You know what I mean? That kind of thing is what he was kind of saying. That's why they don't talk about news. They don't talk about worldly events or politics. Those things do not touch or affect their content. And that could be what you're doing here as well. And it could, like I said, attract or bring a lot of, like, oh, people commenting, oh, you're not, you know, you don't talk enough about current events and what's going on in the world of politics. It's like, well, that's not what I made my content for. My content is my escape as well. I'm not bringing that stuff to my content because that's going to be there when I stop filming or when I'm done posting my picture, you know? That's coming through. Here we have sextile opportunity. Yeah, you're giving me like a bit, you come off as like an opportunist. Like you're always collaborating with maybe other people on social media if you have a platform, or if you're just someone who's regular, who's just posting all the time, you're always with people. You have a lot of friends. You could have a lot of friends, and people want to be a part of your friend group, but you're not very open in that kind of way. You know, the friends you have, you don't really believe in making friends through social media. So if you do end up collaborating with people, it's very much like a business thing. Unless for whatever reason you feel called that person, then you can become friends with them. But we like to keep business as business. Business and pleasure are two completely different things, okay? But with this 11th house energy, like a very entrepreneurial, think out of the box kind of thinking. 11th house also represents friends, maybe aliens, maybe you're someone who's into conspiracy theories, you make videos about that. And you know, it's giving me, what's his name? I think his name was like Shane Dawson. Haven't seen him talked about or is posting a video in a long time, but he had a channel specifically for conspiracy theories. And if you only knew him from that channel, you wouldn't know anything about his personal life. You wouldn't know anything about him. So people could also be like slightly curious about you, because you don't post enough about your personal life on whatever platform you have. And they're just like, well, what do you do for fun? Like, what are your friends? Are you in a relationship? That kind of stuff. People would never know because you don't talk about that in your content. So like I said, you keep it like very business. Like, this is my channel. I'm not talking about my love life. I'm not talking about who I'm dating. I'm not talking about my family. I'm not talking about my friends. I'm not talking about my drama. I'm just here to post a cute pic with my friends and leave. I'm here to post a video about me getting ready and leaving. I'm here to post a game video and leave. You know what I mean? I'm here to post me playing video games and leaving. I'm not here to post anything of my personal life. That's not who I want to portray on social media. I just want to be here for the vibes, you know? For the vibes. Or to sell my product, you know what I mean? That kind of thing. But the opportunity is definitely, you could explain things to people. You give them opportunities. Very, like I said, business is what you're giving me. Business as usual. You keep your platform just business and not personal. But it's definitely like you're maybe doing how-to videos. You're showing people how to make things. You're explaining things. You're providing information, opportunity for people. Here we have Venus and love. Yeah, there's something very much beautiful about you. Not beautiful. There's something very much beautiful about you. You could definitely post reviews about beauty brands, which could bring these two together. People don't know what beauty brand to buy, but you look like them. You have the same skin color as them, the same lifestyle as them, the same hair as them. And you're like, oh, bet you want me to review these beauty brands for y'all and to let you know, like very clinical. I'm not posting about my boyfriend or my friends or anything else about my life. I'm just posting what brand works for my hair texture because you guys asked for it, you know? This is supposed to be content that gets me out of my head, an escape. It's not supposed to be anything where I'm bringing the real world into it. So if you want me to review this makeup brand because I have the same skin color as you, I'll do it and let you know, or I have the same skin type as you, whether it's oily or a combination or dry, you know what I mean? I have the same hair texture as you. You want me to review this product? I got you. Like, you keep it business and casual, you know? Nothing personal. And with Pisces, we have the Mystic, and that is coming through with Neptune. There's something here about you being a very loving, kind person. And people may think you're fake for that because not everybody's nice, you know. On social media, once you're too nice, you're fake and putting on a front. People could, like, just people be mad for no reason, I feel like, when it comes to you. Like, they just find any reason they can to bother you or say something about your post or your demeanor or your hair or what you have to say, you know. But you're definitely someone's going to speak up for yourself because we have the King of Wands here. But you think about it. You don't just impulsively do anything. You're not someone who's impulsive. You are very mature, you know? And the King of Wands is someone that everybody wants a little piece of. So like I said, playing into that thing. People want a little piece of you. People want a little piece of the life you're living, you know? Sorry. Just stretch real quick. But you could also come off as someone who's like very spiritual, you know what I mean? Someone who's very healing, someone who's very empathetic. You bring like a lot of emotions into your content, or like, I don't want to say emotions, relatability. Where people feel like they're talking to a friend, but obviously and honestly, you're not their friend. You're just a person on social media, you know? You're very enigmatic, allowing, dreamy, escapist. Look, I've been saying that word the whole time. Escapist, yeah. You're not someone who's talking about all the harsh things that are going on in the world. You're using your platform as an escape, and as you should. Don't let nobody pressure you into thinking you have to talk about current events or news or politics. That's not cute, okay? That's not what we're here for. We have enough people talking about that. If you really want to see that content, go find those people. Don't try to come and push things on what you want onto me. That's not how it works here, honey. Okay? Sorry. But yeah, you're someone who's very dreamy. You know what I mean? People get lost in your content as well. With this Three of Wands, that they're going on an adventure. And you take them to the edge, exactly. We have friendship, group activity, community, humanity, hope. We have humanity here, then we have healing. A lot of humanity and healing. Your energy is healing. That's the Ace of Cups as well. We have common goals. We have startup, discoveries, rebellion, experimentation in the future. So you're giving me definitely like the person who's on social media experimenting with their hair. They're cutting it, coloring it, you know, experimenting with their makeup, you know, using different makeup, using different styles, going from natural to full glam to this, you know what I mean? That kind of person. And it makes you feel like you're living like a very lavish lifestyle because it has to do with like beauty or how you look. I want to keep going and pull some more cards. With Venus love, it's like a very romantic vibe to your channel. Like you only I don't want to say you only post the good things that happen in your life, but even if you did, there's nothing wrong with that, so I can say it. You post the good. You post things, all things beauty, indulgence, that 10 of Pentacles, that going on trips, living that lavish lifestyle, that soft girl era, that soft boy era. That's definitely who you come through as on social media. That magnetism, that diplomacy, that wealth, that 10 of Pentacles, yeah. Okay, that sensuality, I did want to say that earlier, and I did say it. Stop it. Luxury, okay? You have a lot of charm to you as well, that King of Wands and the Ace of Cups. People can't help but be attracted to you. Like I said, that guilty pleasure, your people's guilty pleasure. Like, I would never say I'm a fan of you, but I watch you religiously, you know? And it's just your demeanor. It's very much, hey, look at me. You're never going to find another me out there. We have Master Buddha, increased awareness. We have deep connection, trust your inner voice. So people do trust you for advice here with whatever you do post, whether it's mathematical things, scientific things, whether it's beauty things, it's going to be different for everyone. Whether it's travel itineraries or ideas on where to travel and be safe. Like those people on social media who are like, here are the best places to travel if you're a single Black woman. Here are the best places to travel if you're a woman in general. Here are the best places to travel if you're traveling by yourself. Here are the best places to travel if you're traveling alone. Here's the best place to travel on a budget. You know what I mean? You help people live a luxurious lifestyle, you know, or live vicariously through you at least. It's like giving a little bit, I get what I want. We have Kuan Yin, care and compassion. So you're a very compassionate person. Cards, don't start with me. Because they can never just behave. Choose to be loved. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offering a helping hand. We have Kali Ma. Yup. That facing fear, that very intense, scorpionic, transformative kind of energy. Where I'm going to do me. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, you don't. You can either follow me or you can unfollow me. Okay? Or watch me from afar and hate. Who knows? We have Horus, cosmic gateway. Yeah, you're a getaway. That's what I just heard as well. If you were to change the E and the A, switch them to, it would be getaway. So your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So people could literally watch your life go from rags to riches is what I'm hearing. Which is why they're like, oh my gosh, you used to be someone who was so relatable, now you're out of touch. And here we have open communication, which is get a weight off your chest, speak up with love, and be heard. So like I do feel like you are people, even if someone was being venomous towards you in the comment section, you're gonna lead with love first and foremost. You know? Like I said, you're going to stick up for yourself, but that doesn't always include cussing somebody out, you know? You help people face their fears. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. We have Pisces, the mystic. Like I said, you could post spiritual content as well. I'm trying to make them all line up properly. You post spiritual content as well. And you help people go through like a step-by-step on how to meditate, you know? How to do this, how to do that, how to manifest with the moon, how to create wealth in your life. You know, I did it, so you can too. You help people face their fears because maybe you face your fears through your social media. People have watched you face your fears. I'm hearing fear of heights. So maybe you used to be afraid of flying and maybe you're not anymore, and people watch you face your fears. People who do those challenges too, you could be a person who posts those. And people are like, oh my gosh, you're sitting here doing challenges while this is happening in here or there. And everyone is like, well, that's my content. I'm here to post to be a getaway. This open communication is giving me you're very open and honest about who you are. There's no need for you to lie. And it's like I said, if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's just it. Okay, I want to get some cards from here to see what else comes through. How do they come up on social media, please? So for you, I'm getting intense, okay? Your aesthetic is very, like, intense, okay? A little bit of intellectual as well. It's definitely giving badass. A little bit absent. Like a very romantic air about you as well. With the Ace of Cups, people can fall in love with you very easily. You can get like a lot of DMs about people wanting to be with you or take you out. We have Harvest. You could, yeah, there's something here about money and luck. You're good at getting what you want. I knew this card was gonna come out. Oh my gosh, I knew it. That's how I want to pull from here. Like with that psychic protection, no matter how much venom people spew your way, you're still thriving, you know? And I did want to say you can get a lot of evil eyes sent your way, but it doesn't really affect you in the way people hope to. What? We have passion, we have sensuality, and we have prosperity. Like, what the heck? Yeah, you come off as someone who's living their best life, okay? I'm hearing living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden. Like, you just unbothered. You're unbothered. We love this for you. I love this for you. Harvest and prosperity. Whatever you touch turns to gold. You could have, like I said, a business where you're always promoting your business and your business is doing well because people trust your advice. Like if you're telling people, hey, I have an affiliate link for this hair product, you know, I use it, I love it, they trust your word. Because of course, if you're someone who posts videos about you doing your hair, they know that they want the hair to look like yours, so they're gonna buy it. You know, you have a lot of influence, I should say. Yeah, you're very much giving influencer here, and people are like, oh, why are you not posting about this? It's King of Wands, you became an influencer, you're making money from a lot of eyes are being on you, you know. Then there's also part of you that keeps that private. You're also someone who comes off as very caring and compassionate, you know. Like you have brand deals, and anytime somebody comes to your profile, they're going to see a little bit of that, like a lot of business and not so much personal, or a lot of like what your aesthetic, whatever that is, you know. But I very much take this beauty and romance and sensuality and taking care of yourself. You could be also someone who, what are those content creators that do like what do they call it? What do they call it? It's right on the tip of my tongue. It's like a get ready with me, but a D appointment. There we go. Like I be seeing all them people on so, oh, get ready for me for a D appointment. I'm like, if y'all don't get out. And they be taking people in the bathroom with them to shave, what scents they use, what body wash they use, how they wash their hair, what perfume they use, kind of thing, how they do their hair, like, you know what I mean, what they're wearing. That's the kind of vibe that you're giving me with this whole romance thing. You could also do those as well. Or, oh, like I said, get ready with me for a date, you know what I mean? I'm like, not a D appointment, good day. That's you. Like, you're just unapologetically you, and you're doing what you want and posting what you want. And it could be all over the place sometimes, but that's just you. And we have prosperity. It leads to prosperity. Your creativity leads to prosperity. Your sensuality leads to prosperity. But this romance and sensuality as well, I don't know if it's a vibe of, because I'm not getting that you post personal stuff. But it's like, you could also be the person who, it's like, is it a soft launch? Like you have a boyfriend or something and you kind of soft launch him, but you never fully show hard launch him. Like you show his hand, or you show the flowers he bought for you, or you show the dinner he bought for you, but you're not fully showing his whole face, you know? Because your page is about business. But if your page, you got a sponsor from someone who pays you to do something that involves like romance or dating, you're gonna of course get him to help you, but you're not going to post him because you want to keep your private life private. You want to keep your man a secret, you know, and not a secret in a way where you don't want to, you're hiding him, but you don't want your personal life to overlap into your business life, you know. Yeah, I hope this resonated though, because I'm just like, I feel like I was all over the place, but you provide an experience, a getaway, essentially is what you do, and you do it through caring and compassion. You are not someone who comes off snobby, even though people may try to hate on you for what you have and what you've built for yourself. It's kind of like, I don't care because I know I put in the hard work for this, you know. There could be times you take breaks from social media and you are not posting for a long time because you need that recharge, you know. But yeah, but I feel like you're always very openly honest about what you're going through, if you're gonna go on a break and things like that, things of that nature. But yeah, your vibe is like very much, I don't know, like popular. It's giving rich, like I said, a little bit creative, like pretty kind of person, like pretty girl core, or I'm dolling myself up, looking cute, fixing myself, going to the gym, you know what I mean? Getting a latte, those vibes, that's the person you're coming through as. And people like be hating for no reason. You know what I mean? People are always watching but never really like engaged, like I said before. But yeah, that's all that I have for you guys. I hope this video resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you would like a personal reading, you could always email me using my email in the description box below. But I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you watch this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hello, my gorgeous group 3s. Welcome to your reading. In today's reading, we're going to be going over what does your social media say about you? How do you come off online and your aesthetic, essentially? We're going to be getting into that. I don't know how group 1 2 got so long, but I literally feel like I've been talking for maybe 30 minutes and it ended up being 41 minutes for group 1 and 51 minutes for group 2. I don't know how, but I don't want your reading to be that long, even though I know it probably will be, because you got mad cards for this deck here. Okay, so please keep in mind, how you come off on social media is not who you are. That is just how people are seeing you, okay? Because in plenty of videos that I've done before with the whole how do men view you or how do you come off to others, there's always been like maybe at least one comment, well, I don't resonate with this. I'm like, well, how people see you is not how you see yourself. That's why it doesn't have to resonate for it to be true or not, okay? Just putting that disclaimer out there. I don't want to hear, well, this is not who I am and that's not how I see myself. I didn't ask how you see yourself. If you want a reading about that, you know, put it in the comments and I'll do it. But this is how you come off on social media, which is how other people are seeing what you post through social media, how they're getting a vibe, you know, how they're seeing you. So we have Pisces energy here. So something like very dreamy about you, something very wanting to know more. Ethereal is the vibe that I'm getting, you know. Like I'm hearing mermaid, fairy, you know, angel kind of vibe from you. Earth angel is what I just heard. Someone who's always taking care of others to the detriment of themselves. Because Pisces is very much an energy of not wanting to see the truth behind certain things. So you can be someone who's like a little delusional as well. People can see you as like Delulu, living in Delulu kind of thing. And like I said, this is how they see you. This does not mean you're Delulu, okay? Or just believing in the things that are hidden and unseen, the occult, spirituality, tarot, astrology. You could come up as one of those people, you know. Oh my gosh, she's a spiritual girly. She's an astrology girl. She's the human design girl. She's, you know, all those, she's the MBTI girl, you know what I mean? That's how you come off. You have like a very much, people place you in that box of, oh, she's the, and before it used to be considered like weird. Now it's just like woke or spiritual or something like that, you know. That's the vibe you're coming through. Someone who's very intuitive as well, because that's Pisces energy. Pisces is also ruled by Neptune, and Neptune is the dreams, and so is the 12th house. It's about dreams, about intuition, about the things that are unseen. And the Pisces being able to rule things that are unseen mean they're very comfortable like in the dark, or in the like they're very comfortable with subjects like death or what is it called, aliens and stuff like that, you know, weird things that everybody else is not into. You're very much known for that. So whatever that is for you is whatever that is, or you know, whatever you present on your social media is definitely what is coming through here. Now what I'm going to do is roll these dice to get more of an energy for how do you come off on social media. You better not fall. You have 4th house, very comfortable in your own skin is what I just heard, and also giving very like homey vibes. So you could be someone who posts a lot of things from your house, okay? So people know they're gonna feel like comfortable or at home when they're with you. People feel comfortable and at home with you, you know? And I said that in another reading the other day, and people was in the comments mad. I'm like, are you dumb? Like, let me not. Y'all not dumb, I'm sorry. But you're mad that people feel comfortable around you. Because somebody said, I'm a child. Somebody said, oh, why do people feel comfortable around me? I want them to be scared of me. I'm like, okay, get out my comment section because that's ghetto. Like, I don't want that energy anywhere here. Move. I'm like, that's crazy. Okay? So people like that, I do not do readings for you. If you want people to be scared of you and fear you, find somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. Okay? Thank you. Anyway, that was crazy. You're mad that people feel comfortable or at home with you. I've never in my days. Anyway, that's you here, okay, with the 4th house energy. That's like very homey. It's very Cancerian energy. So far you've gotten 2 water signs, Pisces and Cancer. Pisces are very much homebody, so people may never see you go out very often. So like I said, whenever you do post, it's from your house, or you're posting like maybe music you've been listening to kind of vibe, because Pisces does give me the whole like sitting at home, listening to the waves, listening to the rain kind of thing. You post stuff like that, like very, it's not wholesome. It's just like very homey things. If that makes sense. You could post videos showing people how you clean your house, or what you cook in your kitchen, the kind of movies you watch, you know, how you do your hair, but you're doing your hair from your home, from your, I'm hearing bathroom kind of thing. So whenever people see you, you're at home. They never really see you going out and doing things. So homebody. Here we have, Pisces came through again. That's crazy. Stop playing. Pisces. Like, you're hard to grasp and you're hard to understand, okay? And there could be something about people who also have that vibe, feeling comfortable where you are, you know? So all the weird people coming together and creating a little community of, you know, maybe people like, oh my gosh, I finally found someone who's also interested in the same thing. So I'm getting the example of, for example, me, I don't find many people who are interested in like Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Charmed and all that kind of stuff. So when I do find somebody, it's like, dang, I found like a best friend, because stop playing, you know? Like, because first of all, like when I was growing up, I don't think those like very popular shows, but my mom used to watch it. So that was her, like for her age group, not even for her age group, but it was more so for the adults around that time. Buffy was like very 90s, so was Charmed. So you growing up as a baby in the 90s wouldn't know those shows, but being around adults who are watching certain things, you would know those things, you know? Same thing with, what else she used to watch? She used to watch the soap operas on ABC, General Hospital, One Life to Live, All My Children. I used to be sneaking trying to watch the shows too. So it's like when you find people who have things in common with you, you find that bond with people, and that's what people find with you. But especially in things that not everybody's interested in. Like I said, for example, like astrology and, you know, MBTI and human design. So when you find people who are into those things as well, it's kind of like, bam, instant connection, you know? It's like, yeah, finding your tribe, finding people you feel at home with. Yes, exactly. Now, here we have Mercury. So there's something here about how you communicate, how you talk. You could write a lot, speak a lot, go on tangents, you know. And that's how people see you. Mercury is also someone who's very smart, someone very witty, someone very mysterious, someone who could talk fast, like I said, a lot. And I'm also seeing the sun. The sun is facing me. When I have the dice like this, the sun is what I'm seeing. So there's also something like very fun, maybe playful, childlike about you is what I'm hearing as well. With the 4th house here, what I'm seeing is 1, which is 1st house energy. And the 1st house is all about how you look. It's about your personality, how you interact with the world, okay? Basically how people view you. So there's something about like your personality or what you like or what you do that is very much you, you know, unique to just you, if that makes sense. Now with the Pisces energy, when I'm looking at the dice, I'm seeing both Gemini and Taurus, okay? So maybe some of you give off more Taurian vibes and some of you give off more Gemini vibes. And it's funny because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, which you also got. So something here about like just chatty, you know? But only when it comes to things you like to talk about. So look at all these cards I got. This is mad crazy. I don't like that for me. But let me go get into it. The first card we have is the 1. See, there's something about you being one of one. Now, I definitely do want to read the book for this, okay? You're the one. You talk about things everybody else doesn't want to talk about, because we have XXX here. And if you're an adult, you know what that means, okay? Things that only adults can watch. Yeah, that is coming through as well. So something here about things that are not everybody is gonna want to watch, or everyone is into kind of things. Things are like kind of kept hidden or secret taboo. Boom, that's the word. And that is 12th house energy. And you got Pisces, period. We have the Poet. Aw. Yeah, good with words. You could be a writer. And you're, like, people see you as like, the poet. You, is hearing, like, you're someone who, I don't want to say goes through existential crises, but it's kind of like you, the human experience. You write about the human experience, okay? The next card we have is the Hunter. Interesting. Not the Hunter. The Hunter is definitely someone who chases their bliss, because we have the horse here running towards the light. So you chase your bliss, you chase your happiness. That's why we have the Sun card. I mean, the Sun insignia showing as well. We also have the Womb. See, creativity. You're one of one. The things you talk about and the things you create are uniquely you, or you can only do it. And like nobody can you can't be duplicated or replicated, is what I just heard. So there is what the Womb is coming through as. And here we have Eros. Okay. See, and why was I saying XXX and then we have Eros? Stop playing. What y'all be posting? I have OnlyFans. That's what just came to my mind. That's could be how you come off. You could be those, what is it called, cam girls, you know? No shade. I'm just saying what comes through. Sorry. But yeah, what else we have here? We have the Crone. See, so someone who's also very knowledgeable, because the Crone is the old wise person. Because we have the Maiden, which is when you're in the early stages of life. You're young, you're youthful. We have the Mother, which is the next stage in becoming a woman, where you have a child now. You take care of things. You're no longer the wild child who is, you know, living life, doing things for you. And then the last archetype of the triple moon goddess is the Crone. And the Crone is the wise person, you've lived life, you've experienced things, and now you have wisdom to share, which is that Mercury energy coming through. Okay, interesting. And here we have like a lot of black creatures. We have a black horse here, and we have a black crow here. So there's like something like your aesthetic can be dark. You like wear a lot of blacks, or you could be black. That wasn't funny, but I just laughed. I'm sorry. Yeah. There's something like very dark about your like maybe aura, or your like the things that you like. You know what I just heard? What is it? What are those people who like to stuff animals and keep them in their house? It's not a ventriloquist. You could do that as well. What is it called? You know what I mean? Those people. Oh man. Yeah, those people who stuff the animals and keep them with them. I can't remember the name, but y'all know what I'm talking about. That could be how you come off to people. Like, you just like the weird things that are only uniquely you, things that only you would do, or people, you know, certain people would do, kind of thing. Interesting. But I said I wanted to read the book about the One. I've never gotten this one before, I don't think. But it's like star seed. It's like giving very much Aquarian energy. If you resonate with being a star seed, then that's definitely confirmation here. It's like you're from the stars. You're out of this world. You're an alien, essentially. Where is the One? Oh, the One is the last card. Here. The One. The One is no non-duality, one love, and unus mundus. What's that? Let's get into it. We have our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The One is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet, when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. See, there's something here about people looking up to you, people revering you, people coming to you for knowledge, people knowing you have the wisdom, you know? So like I said, all things surrounding death and taboo, things that everybody's sex and stuff like that, that's what's coming through here with Eros, the One, that kind of things. You're very much into those. You talk about what everybody else is scared to talk about, okay? Which is why you're only one of one, okay? Unique. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness and are neither small nor large within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away and we are left with what is, the precious knowing that life is a gift and we are both the giver and the receiver of this fortune. See? And I was talking about mothers who give life. You understand that you're both the giver of life and you're the receiver of life, you know? So I'm hearing learning through experience, which is very much crone energy. Now, when light, it serves, it loves, it accepts, and it resonates. So you resonate with a lot of people. People can find themselves in you, which is why there's, like I said, there's just something like unique about you and your journey and your story. Because everyone, of course, is one of one. There's never going to be another person like you, whether you have siblings, whether you have a twin, whether you have somebody with the same name as you, the same birthday as you, the same birth date as you, the same time of being born. No one's going to have all of those things. No one's going to have your face, your personality, your name, your birthday, the time you were born. There's a reason why you were born, when you were born, at the time you were born, how you were born. All that stuff is very significant, you know? So there's like something about how you speak about life and how of things you've experienced, you turn it into poetry, you turn it into power. It's giving you turn pain into power. That's absolutely the vibe that you're giving off. And I can definitely tell that this is too much over here, because that got me upset in the last reading I did. I'm like, why is everything just over here? Space it out, so space it out. You could also be very particular about certain things. You're always tweaking things. The Mercury energy is giving me someone who's very nitpicky, mercurial. Your mood changes very quickly as well. But it's also giving someone who has a good attention to detail. So the fact that I was like too far this way or too far this way, I noticed that very quickly and remember that in the last video that annoyed me. So like you remember things, you have a good memory as well. You remember things, you remember people. I'm hearing you're just very personable in some kind of way. But the crow and these black animals, you could be someone who people are scared of as well. Because I'm seeing how all these animals are kind of like in the sky flying away. And it reminds me of when birds in a forest hear like a big boom or they're in danger, how they like caw away and fly away in bursts of like hundreds or 50s, you know what I mean, of birds. And people are scared of you. When you start talking, you could like scare certain people. Like there's like an eeriness to you a little bit. Intimidating, especially with this all black kind of vibe, whether you wear all black or not, because we do have like bursts of color as well. So you're not someone who stays in the dark, but you like to dwell in the dark as well. And it's giving me what is it called? There was a post by Bossy Bruja on Instagram. She posted how people need to stop being scared of the dark, because dark is where creation is born, you know? Without dark, there would be no light. Without the dark moments in our life, you wouldn't be able to appreciate the light. And that could be things you teach and talk about as well. Like if I didn't go through certain things that cast me in darkness, I wouldn't have been able to know what light was. If we don't experience hard times, you would never know to appreciate the good times when they come. And you could make people aware of certain things you teach. You're a teacher, that crone energy and that Mercury energy there as well. But anything else I want to look at here? Eros. I want to get into Eros. I do feel like there's like you have a sex appeal about you. You may attract attention very easily. It's giving like very scorpionic energy, but also the energy of like death. And I don't know why this mouth is giving me kind of a butt plug, so that could be important as well. Like this XXX is definitely something. This XXX coming out with Eros, you know what that means. So it's kind of like a very adult energy. People just want to, you know, maybe lay down with you, take you to their bed, proposition you, ask you out, kind of vibe. They want to see what's under the surface. They want to know more about you. They want to delve into your mind, you know, into who you are. They want to know more. Where would Eros be? Eros is initiation. Interesting. So yeah, you initiate people. What page is that? 209. And you could also make people forget about their troubles. Because I was like, I forgot what, I didn't even look to see what page Eros was on. I just like said Eros, and I started flipping like I knew where it was already. It's at 209. Is there no 209? They're playing in my face. Thank you. So Eros is love as desire, eroticism, sensuality. Tell me, I didn't say that. Before this card even came out, I said this exercise is given that. Yeah. Sensuality. Though Eros can be depicted as unbridled sexuality and eroticism, a more contemplative understanding of this archetypal energy leads us to the root of desire itself. What do we long for? Why are we awakened by love? What makes us hesitate in the face of intimacy? Eros reconnects us with the primal longing to merge with another human being. Nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive as we are separate from. Now, see what I'm saying? how people find connection through the things you love, because you follow what you love. You find your community through that. So like I said, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, there's not many kids my age who would watch that show because it wasn't a show that was big when we were like in our teens. That was more so Hannah Montana. But our family or our mothers or our parents watched it. And because we bonded with our parents over that show and our parents bonded with us over that show, another show is like Smallville. Like when I was growing up, if my mom wasn't watching that show, I wouldn't have watched it. And I don't know many people who can tell me they love Smallville as well. Another show I can come up with is like Ghost Whisperer. My mom used to watch that show as well, and it was like very creepy and eerie and scary. But that's like, I was always attracted to things of the occult, like magic, witchy kind of stuff. You know, darkness, things that everybody shied away from, like sex, eroticism. Like I was attracted to those things, and you could be attracted to those things as well. And people find like kinship in you, where wow, we both love this. Like I said, oh, we can love it together. Now we're connected, you know. I feel comfortable around it because I found someone who understands my love of this. And, you know, when you find someone who loves things the way you do and connects with it on the level, the same level as you do, it's kind of like, boom, instant, immediate connection, immediate intimacy, you know? That's kind of the vibe that I was saying, through your creation, through the things you love, through art, music, sex. The womb is about that as well, you know, healing yourself, pouring into yourself, going after the womb, what you love, after your life, following your bliss, which is literally what it said here. Eros reconnects us with a primal longing to merge with another human being, nature, music, art, plants, food, or anything that we perceive that we are separate from. You chase after those things that people love to watch, that you come up as that very much wholesome being, the one, like they said, one love. You teach people how to love everyone. You love everyone. You accept everyone because you know what it's like to not be accepted, you know? Wow. Yeah. This card reveals, no. Eros allows us to momentarily unite. Our heart embraces otherness, and in doing so, we further understand our own. Our life force awakens. This card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. So it's like finding your new artist, okay? When people find you, it's like they found their favorite new artist, or they found their favorite new content creator, or they found their favorite new influencer, the person who watches their favorite shows and talks about it and brings people together through that show, through that one love. One love. You bring people together through what they love. So they may have never found people who dress in colors, people who dress in black, people who dress in nothing and don't want to walk around naked, or people who prance in the nature and think they would never have anything in common. Find your channel and find something in common through that one medium, whatever it could be, music, nature, art, whatever you decide to pour yourself into. People find, like I said, comfortability, home, soul family through you in places they never thought they would find it. Like I said, people who are happy and go lucky and wearing all these florals and flowers would never think they would have anything in common with the dark, black, emo person, you know, who's only wearing dark colors, who has all these, you know, intense vibes. So someone who's intensely sad versus someone who's intensely happy would never think they had anything in common until they found you, which is their common denominator, you know? You teach people that everything is connected. We're all connected, you know? Through death, there's life. Through life, there is death. You know what I mean? Kind of thing. You just teach a lot of important core lessons through whatever you post on social media. So you're not someone who's posting willy-nilly. You're posting important things, you know, maybe spiritual things, things in the occult. You help people better understand themselves through what you post on social media, okay? So this card reveals an inevitable initiation into love's labyrinth. You may find yourself swirling in a new territory of desire and sensuality. Explore the labyrinth with a curious, honest heart. And remember, though the way is circuitous, you are always being led towards its center. When in light, passion, playfulness, sexual health. You promote all those things. You promote people to heal their inner child, to connect with their inner child, you know, to be playful, to be youthful, to engage in healthy sex if you want to, you know, to not think about things as taboo and wrong, you know, to indulge that sensuality in you, the thing that lights you up, whether it's, you know, having relations with people, whether it's, you know, following your life, following your bliss, because you do it, you encourage other people to do it as well. So like I said, when people find you, they found their new favorite artist, their new favorite song, their new favorite place to come, their new favorite place that makes them feel like at home, you know. That's what you give the collective through your social media. A home, a place to be, a place to belong. And you don't make, like I said, certain subjects taboo. You talk about it openly and freely. It's not like, oh my gosh, I can't talk about this, I can't talk about that. You talk about everything. You talk about everything. Okay, so how else does my group 3s come off on social media? Now, I hope that wasn't too long. How long y'all saying that was? I was just chatting. Wow, 24 minutes. That's crazy. Okay. How does my group 3 come off online? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, people found their new thing they're invested in, their new person. As soon as they watch your video, subscribe, follow, like, and I'm gonna be here. I want to know more. I want to be there for what you post next, you know? That's what people say when they find you. Here we have the King of Swords. Yes, you're a master communicator. You're good at getting your point across. You're good at I heard entertaining, but you're also good at educating, telling truth, speaking your truth, being honest. You don't lie, you don't hold anything back. There's no need for you to do all that. You have Queen of Pentacles. You give off a very mothering energy. You care about people. You give them kernels of wisdom, you know. Relax. So you can be an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. That did come through, Gemini in particular. And we have Queen of Pentacles, so Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, and Taurus is kind of going to come through. And Virgo and Gemini is Mercury coming through as well. So yeah, you're very smart, you're very intelligent. You bring a lot of wisdom and aha moments and light, clarity. People who are lost in the dark come and find you and find a place, a home, a sanctuary of sorts. They want to see you grow. They want to invest in you with that Ace of Pentacles. Here we have 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Very possessive of you as well. How you come up on social media, people think of you as like theirs, their best friend, their mentor, their mother figure, their best friend, you know, that kind of thing. People don't want to let you go. Like I said, immediate follow, immediate subscribe, immediate like. They want to know more. They want to hear what you have to say. But there's something about your mouth is important. The way we have her mouth here, and then we have the gold or the diamond or something shiny coming out of her mouth. So maybe you could have like a nice mouth, and that's what people think about. Like, you're definitely giving me the vibe people fantasizing about you and doing things to you on social media. So you could have a follower or people who find you very attractive and do certain things to your pictures or to your videos or whatever. Or there's a lot of people out there lusting after you. They love the way you look, you know, how you carry yourself, your aesthetic. You're someone who's intelligent, you're smart, you're also beautiful, you know what I mean? You just shine. You have a light about you. Here we have 7 of Wands. You also defend people. You also have like guards up. You're not letting people do whatever they want with you or say whatever they want to you. You defend people a lot. So if somebody's like bullying somebody in the comments, you're definitely going to be like, excuse me, relax, don't talk to my follower that way, you know, very much mama bear with this Queen of Pentacles. People feel safe investing in you, opening up to you. Here we have the 7 of Swords. I kind of thought this was the 7 of Swords at first. The 7 of Swords is very much an energy of having, of everything not being all as it seems. So now I'm hearing everything is not what it seems. So people think that maybe you're not being your true self, or it's hard for people to grasp who you are as a person, you know? And I kind of feel like as a person who you are, you're never going to fully know all of who you are just through social media. So people are just like, I want to know more. This is not all you have to offer. I know there's more to you, you know? But that whole thing, people think you don't show who you fully are on social media. And it's kind of like, of course not. Because this is just a part of who I am. This is just a glimpse you get into my life. This is not who I am as a full person. And people want to know that. They have that curiosity. A lot of people could also fall in love with you and your energy. It doesn't have to be romantic love. It could just be friendship love. They want to be your friend. They want to be a part of your tribe. They want to be a part of your inner circle as well. Here we have 10 of Cups, complete emotional fulfillment. When people are watching your stuff, they get to get lost for a little bit whenever they're watching. Like, there's just something about your energy that completely envelopes you. Light up a room, you take over the room, you fully like I said, what is the word I'm trying to say? You fully grasp their attention. So it's like they're riveted to the screen. They can't look away. They can't stop watching. You hold their attention. It's basically what I'm trying to say. 10 of Cups, yeah, emotional fulfillment. We have 10 of Wands. They feel their worries melt away for the time being, okay? And then we have the 3 of Pentacles, where, yeah, like, you feel like you would be someone who's awesome to work with. You would be an awesome friend, awesome partner. You would just be a great conversationalist, honestly. People just want to have a conversation with you. They want to pick your brain. Like, wow, this person has their head on their shoulders the right way. No matter what you post about, there's like, well, yeah, you speak well, you carry yourself well, and there's just something about you that I want to know more about. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Hangman. There's also like a very chill vibe about you. You're not someone who stresses too many things. You're not someone who gets mad or like, if you feel like this social media thing is not working for you, you have no problem to hang it up, you know? You would have no problem quitting, hanging it up, and moving about your life. This is not your whole life. I want to get some more cards. But people feel like completely emotionally fulfilled when they're watching your videos. Like I said, that they're at home. They found their tribe. They found their happiness. They finally found someone who understands them, you know, who loves the same thing as them, you know, that kind of stuff. It's kind of like, oh, yep, I feel right at home here. I don't feel judged. I don't feel like an outcast, that kind of thing. Here we have Dual Kul, which is Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Yeah, people can't wait to see where you go, where you end up going, because they know you have a destiny here. They know you have a destiny. They can't wait to see what that destiny entails, you know. Here we have the Miriam, sacred vision. Yes, see, the path that you're on, it's like they must be divinely led. They have to be, and I can't wait to see other places they'll go. We have choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries, and that love keeps coming through. So you're just full of love. You're full of love. You're full of light. You're full of wisdom, full of knowledge, full of spunk. That's what I just heard as well. We have Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. Your stone is very graceful as well. You could walk nicely, talk nicely, dress nicely, because he's all done up. We have share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Love coming through again. So yeah, you're divinely led. You have divine inspiration. People know that you speak the truth, that you're the real deal, okay? Because you carry yourself well. You don't put a title on yourself. You don't, you know, like, have a big head, essentially. You're not like, oh, I'm the best you're ever going to have. You just come through, say what you have to say, and keep it pushing. If people want to accept it, they accept it. If they don't, they don't. You're not forcing yourself onto anyone, you know? Which is that grace. You don't put unattainable expectations on yourself. But yeah, you definitely do share gifts with grace. You have gifts. You would think you're gifted. Whether you're sharing music, you're sharing your voice, you're sharing your knowledge, you're sharing divine inspiration, you're doing tarot, you're doing astrology, spirituality, MBTI, like I said, that kind of stuff. You're showing people how to, you know, do spells and stuff like that. Or you're just talking about, like I said, your favorite shows and things that inspired you. Like, you know what I mean? Whatever you do, people love that you're able to share gifts. And then we have Green Tara, which is supreme protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. That is something people have seen you do, and people are seeing you do. And I don't know, like, there's just something about you that just shows that you're divinely protected, you know? I don't know if it's the way you carry yourself, if it's the way that good things are always happening to you, you know, if it's the way people are just so drawn to you. It's kind of like your energy is pure, like a baby, a newborn baby who just came to earth. But then you're also embodying crone energy. You're also embodying mother energy. But you also have that playfulness about you, this page of cups, where you're always like, you know, excited to try new things. People can feel that excitement, that playfulness, that naivety a little bit through you. So it's kind of like you're the mother, the maiden, and the freaking crone, the triple moon goddess. Yeah. With a sacred vision, you come here to you have a certain message to give out to people. Look, and at the bottom of the deck, we have Joan of Arc, voice of truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Like I said, you're not scared of what people are going to say, because you're going to speak your truth. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Period. Wow, I didn't pull from these. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. We're going to be here forever, guys. But it would be wrong of me to give all the other readings a long reading and not you guys, right? Okay. What else? And of course you would fall. Rude. #12th house, surrender. That's that Pisces energy coming through. And I didn't mention 12th house because 12th house is dreams. It's the psyche. It's, you just know how to get into people's mind. People could feel like you're a mind reader through your social media, that you just know what they're thinking, or you always just post something that they were just thinking about the other, like 2 seconds ago, you know? That they were just having this deep, profound conversation with themselves or someone else. And then a few minutes later, you post that same thing and you're just like, wow, did you just read my mind? Because you knew I needed to hear this. It's kind of like when a tarot reader posts this topic for their collective, for their channel, and people are like, oh my gosh, how did you know we needed to hear this message? And it's like, well, I felt it energetically through the grapevine, you know? You guys were sending out vibes and I was picking them up. And I kind of did read your mind, but I was kind of reading the energy more so than anything else. But 12th house, surrender, the subconscious mind, compassion, dreams, karma, forgiveness, baggage, trance states, the unseen, healing, spiritual development, guilt, prayer, and Akashic records. See, you have that access to the Akashic records to know certain things, to have the sacred vision, to have a divine path, you know, and to have that supreme protection. Because in order to do certain kinds of work in spirituality, you have to be protected up, okay? You have to be. You have to keep certain people out of your life, certain energy vampires, because they will come and take advantage of your compassion, of your empathy, of your healing. Like I said, sometimes Pisces have an issue with seeing things or people as they truly are, which leads them to taking advantage of, or being taken advantage of, you know? And with that childlike energy that you have, that exuberance, that playfulness, you do tend to maybe be taken advantage of. And people think that you are facetious in some kind of way, because sometimes you're naive and you're playful, and then other times you're speaking like a freaking, what do they call that? What do they call those people? Not a prophet. What do they call that lady? Like you're speaking from old times, like you've been here before, like you are from, you know, it's not a mystic. Like kind of like a psychic, those people you go to. And it's kind of like giving crone energy and Akashic records energy, where it's just like, what is that lady in Percy Jackson, where they went to her and she told the prophecy for the first movie? That lady, the crone, essentially, you know? I forgot what she was called. But that's the energy you give off, where sometimes you're playful and you're naive and you just get into music and you're laughing and loving hardcore. And then sometimes you say such profound things and people are like, wow, how old are you for real? Because you're talking about, first of all, 1 minute you're immature and playing, and the next minute you're sitting here like speaking like you're not speaking yourself, but somebody's speaking through you, kind of thing, you know? And that is what happens when you surrender. Now, how else do people on social media view? My group 3s, we have conjunction, empowerment. You empower them, and you seem like somebody who's empowered, you know? You empower yourself, too. Because you have to be empowered in order for you to give that inspiration to other people. So you feel like somebody who's in control. of their life. You know where you're going. You know, you combine, you enhance, you strengthen. You know, you join forces with, you activate, you intensify, you authorize, you ally with, you concentrate, you saturate, you override, you overwhelm. That's what your social media says about you. That's when you come off to others. They feel like after coming to you and hearing you, they feel, you know, they feel more in control. They feel like they can take on the world and do anything. And here we have 8th house intimacy. I feel like I've said that word so many times already in these 3 readings. So I don't know if you felt called to, what group would that have been? Group 1. You could have felt called to group 1, because a little bit of group 1 is coming through. And then we have Jupiter expansion. Exactly. It's just like, what are you not? You just seem like the whole package, honestly. You have beauty, you have brains, you have brawn. You're like, you don't give up. You've gone through so many things and you've come out on top each and every time, kind of vibe. Some people may know what you've gone through. Some people may not know what you go through, but sometimes you can just tell. For people to, in order for people to get to a crone energy, you have had to live life. Nobody lives a perfect, happy life, unsullied. No, everybody goes through something, and people can tell you've gone through things, but it doesn't stop you from being playful. It doesn't stop you from being helpful. You know what I mean? Looking on the bright side. Like being this elder here. Sometimes you're an elder, like I said, the crone. Sometimes you're the mother, taking care of people. And then sometimes you're the maiden. You're the same age as them, having a good old time with them, having conversations, you know, being a little immature sometimes. It just depends. But you show people that they can be it all and they can have it all, essentially. You show them how to expand, empowerment, and Jupiter kind of give the same energy. Because Jupiter kind of expands whatever sign or house it's in. And that's kind of what a conjunction is. But we have enthusiasm, optimism, generosity, benevolence, beliefs, luck, seeking, travel, positivity, lectures. You could give lectures. Foreign cultures. You're very well-depth in other cultures, foreign cultures. We have teaching, pilgrimage, chance, expansion, leaping, exploration, and potential. So you explore different things. You explore different worlds. That's kind of the vibe that I was getting from the whole, you could be someone who's like a Potterhead. You're someone who loves Lord of the Rings. You're someone who loves Buffy, Charmed. And you just kind of speak about that and explore those different worlds and make people feel at home when you're talking about things that they love. And bringing different perspectives they never thought about. Because every day I find something new about Harry Potter on this internet. Okay, on God's internet. I'm telling you. I'm just like, wait, I thought I knew everything. I've seen the movies, da-da-da-da. But I learned something new every single time I watch the movie. I noticed something new every time I watch the movie. It's kind of like, and you bring that awareness to people. Like, I've seen something before. Or I know this, but you bring a different perspective to them and make them see things differently. So it's very much giving, not much personal life, just lifestyle, what you love to do, and people can feel the love and enjoyment you have for it. So it's kind of like they feel safe to believe and trust in you. We have creativity. Your creativity is being highlighted. So is your sensuality, y'all. And then so is your letting go. You're able to let go and release things that are no longer working for you, which is that 8th house energy of investments, intensity, contracts. Sex keeps coming through with Eros, I'm telling you. And that XXS that I saw on the 1. You are just the 1. You're not the 2, you're not the 3, you're the 1, period. We have erotic capital, secrets, mysteries. That is what that 7 of Swords is coming through as. People know you have secrets. They don't know everything about you, but they really don't care. They want to know it, but they're happy with what you give them, honestly. They want to know more, of course, but we have Kundalini energy, so you do awaken people. We have inheritance, we have stalking, and we have the underworld. You could have some stalkers if you're on social media, so be careful. That's that 7 of Wands, is you have to be someone who's very divinely protected to do certain things on social media, especially when it comes to spirituality, because you could have some spiritual attacks on you. Even if you're someone who does OnlyFans or whatever kind of stuff like that, you have to have protection, because you can get taken advantage of, you can get scammed, you can be harmed, kind of vibe, you know? And people don't see you as a person, they see you as an object when you do certain things like that, you know? So you got to be careful. But yeah, you're always getting better, getting bigger, you're expanding your horizons. And people love that for you. They're always, every time they see you're doing something new. you have more followers, you know, you've been new places, you have a new story to tell, you know, that kind of thing. But before I keep rambling, I hope this reading resonated. If it did, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We'd love to have you. If you want to book a personal reading, I recently added my email in the description box in case anyone was interested. But if you're not, cool, got you. I hope you're having a beautiful, wonderful day whenever you're watching this reading. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.